computer is picking up a strange signal. Here, sir, you better take a look at it.
Hello dear listener, and welcome to episode 78 of Life Through a Prism with your host Rob Tierney. Today we are going to look at an article from thatparkplace.com regarding Peter Dinklage, the gift that keeps on giving. In episode 67 we touched on comments from Peter Dinklage that caused Disney and others not to hire little people for roles in TV and movies. Some of the following comments made by Dylan Postel were bleeped out because of swearing. The article is entitled, Former WWE or World Wrestling Entertainment superstar Hornsw unleashes on Peter Dinklage for costing little people's roles in Disney's Snow White. The link to today's article will be in the show notes. The article is dated June 1, 2025 by Marvin Montenero. Former WWE superstar and former cruiserweight champion Dylan Postel, better known to fans as Hornsw, is once again making headlines for calling out Game of Thrones star Peter Dinklage, and this time he's holding nothing back. In a recent appearance on Chris Van Vliett's Inside podcast, Postel, who is a little person, went off on Dinklage in a profanity-laden tirade, blaming him for Disney's decision to abandon traditional casting for the Seven Dwarfs in its live-action Snow White remake. F you, Peter Dinklage, piece of S-beep, Postel exclaimed. Effing hate him. He cost so many people in my community jobs with that Snow White bull dust. It pees me off. I think he wanted to make a statement, and he thought he was making some cool hip thing, but it wasn't. When he did Elf, that check cashed just fine. Tyrion Lannister was a role for a little person. He cashed that check for all those years. I'm okay not going out for Brad Pitt's role. Give me Grumpy or Happy or Sleepy. Major Disney remake. Yay, come on. Then you're going to have Seven Dwarfs. Then there are extras. Then there's stunt doubles that are all going to get paid, and he effed it. Postel previously worked with Disney in Muppets Most Wanted and has been a vocal critic of Dinklage ever since 2022, when the Emmy-winning actor publicly criticised the very idea of portraying the Seven Dwarfs in a modern film. At the time, Disney was heavily rumoured to cast seven little people in the roles before reversing course in the wake of Dinklage's remarks. Disney, however, has stated it had intended on CGI dwarfs from the start. Postel has previously discussed these matters on Fox News with Tucker Carlson and even appeared with Piers Morgan. The Dinklage comments have changed everything. In a January 2022 appearance on Mark Maron's WTF podcast, Dinklage said, literally, no offence to anyone, but I was a little taken aback when they were very proud to cast a Latina actress as Snow White, Dinklage said. But you're still telling the story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Take a step back and look at what you're doing there. It makes no sense to me. You're progressive in one way, but then you're still making that backward story about seven dwarves living in a cave together. What the F are you doing, man? Shortly after that interview went viral, Disney reportedly shifted its plans if rumours and leaks are to be believed. First reports surfaced of the company casting seven diverse quote-unquote individuals of average height, only one of which was a little person. Photos from the set leaked in 2023 showing exactly that, what fans mockingly called the Seven Hippies. The backlash was swift and intense. Ultimately, Disney tried to salvage the situation by creating CGI characters, hoping to appease all sides. The seven diverse bandits also appeared in the movie, but by then the damage was done. Snow White flops as controversy lingers. Disney's Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler, has been a lightning rod of controversy since day one. Zegler's own dismissive remarks about the original animated film, calling the prince a stalker and labelling the story weird, fueled online backlash throughout the production. When test screenings finally occurred in early 2025, audience responses were dismal. Disney delayed the release from 2024 to 2025, citing visual effects needs, but insiders claimed the delay was more about reshoots and retooling. Despite the course correction, Snow White underperformed massively at the box office and was critically panned. Industry analysts now point to the film as a textbook example of how Hollywood's attempt to please everyone often ends up pleasing no one. As for Dylan Postel, the former Hornswoggle made it clear he believes this wasn't just a creative mishap. It was a lost opportunity for dozens of working actors in his community, and he blames Peter Dinklage. And as the dust settles on the Snow White mess, one thing is certain: the wounds it left in Hollywood and among actors like Postel are far from healed. Just as a side note, between 2023 and 2025, Peter Dinklage will have been in 5 movies. What do you think, listener? Does Postel have a point? While little people aren't getting roles, one person seems to getting the cream of the crop roles? Would like to know what you think. Let's have a conversation. Before I finish today's episode, I would just like to ask, if you have enjoyed this podcast and enjoyed the free content I create, could you please give a like and consider subscribing? The podcast is not only on Spotify, but Apple and YouTube as well. Also, now the podcast has a webpage. Links to these platforms will be in the show notes. I enjoy creating this content for you, and it helps me to be motivated to continue to make great content in the future. Till next time, take care and bye for now.